you will find so many people are criticizing or inciting fear of marriage, especially today. Well, boys, I want all of you to understand that it is not marriage which is a problem. It is not marriage which you should fear. In fact, I recommend you to begin looking at people and to begin dealing with people beyond all of these man-made vocabularies. These are all man-made vocabularies. In the end, we all are human, and in the end, we all are animals. And we all, no matter which tag is there between you and this other person, we all are driven by our animalistic instincts. So it is not marriage which is a problem. It is not marriage which you should fear. What you should fear is possessiveness, obsession, attachment, expectations, losing your senses over a human. So these all are problem. It is actually your smartness, your wittiness, your intelligence, your understanding of human, your understanding of this world. All in all, your knowledge and wisdom which actually matters. So if you are a smart man, if you are a witty man, if you learn, if you gain wisdom, if you understand people and this world, you do not need to fear anything, including marriage. And you do not even need to criticize marriage. I'm telling you, because marriage is not a problem is that you are ignorant. Problem is that you are not chasing knowledge and wisdom in your life. Problem is that you are still operating under the influence of your unawareness. You need to learn, know, and raise your level of awareness. And then you need to begin operating out of your awareness, out of your smartness. This is what you need to do. You do not need to fear any of these tags. You do not need to criticize any of these tags. You do not need to fear human. All you need to do is to learn, know, and understand them, including women. And then you need to begin operating out of your smartness, wittiness, awareness, and then you need to begin dealing with them as per your knowledge and understanding of them. So marriage is not a problem. You need to begin looking at people and begin dealing with people, looking beyond these man-made tags. In the end, eventually we all are animal, we all are operating under the influence of our animalistic instincts. So if you learn how humans, including women, operate, function, think, behave, act, and if you begin dealing with them smartly, using your wittiness based on your wisdom and knowledge, there will be no problem between you. There will be no problem between you and that person, including all of the women. Only when you go and begin dealing with them, because out of your emotions, simply because you are not operating out of your wisdom, you are dealing with them ignorantly, not learning their true nature, their true behavior. This is when all of the problems begin appearing or begin being created between you and the woman. No matter who the woman is, no matter what tag you share with this woman. So women are not the problem. Marriage is not the problem. You are not smart enough. You are not learning about them. You are not working on your knowledge and wisdom. This is what the problem is. You need to work on yourself. You need to raise your level of awareness. You need to learn about women's true nature. You need to raise your consciousness. And when you'll be smart, I mean, when you will smart, when you will be smart, and when you will know about them and what kind of creature they are and how do they operate evolutionary, not naturally, I am telling you, you will stop finding any more problems between you and all of the women, regardless of what tag you share between you and that woman. So you do not need to fear marriage. You do not need to fear women. You simply need to begin working on yourself. Learn more and more. And as your learning and knowledge and wisdom will grow, you will eventually find that you have no problem with anybody. You have no problem with any woman. And you never find yourself in any sort of mess and in any sort of problems with any of the women. Simply because now you are a witty man, you are a smart man, you are an intelligent man, you are a man of knowledge, you are a man of wisdom. You know how they are. You know how they operate and function, and you are dealing with them accordingly, as you should be, as you must be dealing with them, depending on their evolutionary nature. their basic nature. For example, if suppose I go to a restaurant and I do not expect shoes there, will I have any problem? No, I'll not have any problem. But if I go to a restaurant and begin expecting them to sell shoes to me, it is not the basic nature of restaurant to sell shoes to you. I hope you're getting my point. Okay, so what you can expect from women is what they are good in and as much as they have to offer to you. So when you are in a when you are in a restaurant and expecting food, and you are also dealing with the restaurant the way you should be dealing with the restaurant, you'll eventually find that you have no problem there in the restaurant, and you are also not building too intense of attachment with that restaurant. You are not expecting the restaurant to behave and to do and to act in a way. You simply go to a restaurant, you get served, you enjoy it, you come home without complaining and whining about the service, the food, the taste, anything. And it is also your choice whether you want to go to the restaurant or not, and which restaurant you want to go. It is your choice, it is in your hand. You can decide which restaurant to go to, and you can decide which restaurant to not to go to. You can decide which restaurant to keep away from, which restaurant to pull yourself away from. It is you who can decide, who can choose. So when the power is in your hand, and when you are not expecting them to be in a way, and when you are dealing with them smartly, remaining in your senses how you should be dealing with them, tell me, why would you ever find any problem between you and them? You will never. I am telling you, boys, a lot depends on you. A lot of the problem which you have between you and the woman, because of you, because of your unawareness, because of your ignorance. You need to begin working on yourself, on your resilience, on your emotions, on your temperament, on your knowledge and wisdom and awareness. You need to work on yourself. And as your knowledge will grow, as your wisdom will grow, you will eventually see that you are finding no problem ever between you and any woman in this world. And you are not also fearing them unnecessarily for no reason. Because only if you turn yourself smart enough, and only if you learn to deal with people accordingly, I am telling you, you do not even need to fear the worst of criminal which are there in the society, because even those criminals are human at the first place. So if you are not behaving and acting with them in a way, and if you are dealing with them remaining in your senses smartly, I am telling you, even with those people, you will find out that you are very safe. You have managed to sail through the situation very smartly, keeping yourself safe, simply because you knew how to deal with that person, how to be at that situation. So you need to work on your emotional temperament and stability. You need to work on your strength and resilience, on your brain. First of all, you need to work on your brain. You must be a man of wisdom. You must be a man of knowledge. Only if you begin operating out of your sanity and out of your wisdom, you will be able to solve most of the problems of your life, and you will find that you are not having any more problems with anybody else in this world. So you do not need to fear marriage, you do not need to fear women, you do not need to hate marriage, you do not need to hate women, simply because a lot of people are criticizing marriage and trying to instill fear of marriage into you on internet today.